But then what happened is there was this truck coming by, just flying down the intersection, and he went, hey! I just remember, being trapped, encased in the middle of the car. I couldn't move. My face was bleeding. I couldn't really see because there was blood coming down, and I was trapped, and I felt helpless. I just woke up from that hospital bed, and before that, there was just nothingness. I was unconscious, just nothing. I almost died, and it taught me important lessons. Not to take, don't take life with granted and try to appreciate the small things. But at the time, I didn't realize that. I was frustrated because it was my senior year of high school, my last semester. It's supposed to be the time we're having of our lives. We're finishing classes, moving on to the next chapter, going to prom, and I couldn't do any of that. Particularly, I physically could not move like how I wanted to, and in that case too, I couldn't do the other activities that I wanted to partake in. I was ready for my last season of track. I was excited, and that was taken from me. And I was frustrated because I was doing other things too with film. At the time, I was taking film classes, and there's these film projects I was gonna work on, and I couldn't because I couldn't move. I was stuck in the hospital. I was stuck in my home. I was using a walker, and it was infuriating. Like when I was doing PT, there was this metal bar I had with two just hand rags. I could barely do 10 reps with this. I would sweat. It was hard. And I remember being so frustrated because all that progress that I have made was taken away in 2 seconds of my life. Just taken away. I started working on these film projects that I want to work on. I caught up in class, and again, I was doing things again, even though it just took time. It took a lot of time, and it taught me that, we have to be patient in life because life can throw a curveball at us and we might not expect it. I got the opportunity to work on Marvel's Hawkeye, and that's when I knew I had to learn how to drive again. I had to get out of my comfort zone. I had to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And so I practiced with my parents a ton, and I remember I would just freeze up while driving, terrified. My back would be locked up. I'd be sweating. I'd cry. I'd just freeze up and just feel paralyzed. I couldn't move, and it took everything I had in me. I just had to push through it because I knew I wanted to work in film, and I knew I want this so badly, and it taught me I will not let fear dictate my life. I learned to drive, and I was able to work on Hawkeye. I fully recovered. If you just keep climbing step by step, day by day, keep just pushing forward, making progress, and you put your mind to something, you put in the work, you can accomplish anything.